Hello there, welcome to Animaker. In this tutorial, we'll be looking at how to create a video using a blank project on Animaker by recreating the following video.
Lifecore.com. We protect your dreams.
In the process, we'll also be covering about different features inside the app, creating backgrounds, adding text, adding characters and customizing it, creating custom characters, adding transitions, voiceovers and music tracks, and downloading the video. Sounds useful? Hop on, let's begin. Visit the website of Animaker and sign up for a new account. You will be directed to the dashboard. From here, select the following options to create a new blank project. Once the project opens, this is how the interface of Animaker application will look like. It is divided into 5 simple parts. In the center is the workspace where you'll be creating the video. On the right hand side is the scene section. Scenes are like the slides in a presentation. Similar to how several slides together form a presentation, several scenes together form a video. By default, the duration of a scene is 10 seconds. Of course, you can always increase or decrease it as you wish. At the bottom is the timeline. It is divided into 2 simple parts, scene timeline and overall timeline. While the scene timeline lets you make micro level adjustments to a specific scene, the overall timeline lets you edit the video on a macro level and adjust the audio tracks. Over the timeline, you can notice a few more options, starting from the option to add camera effects, followed by the voiceover adding option, and finally the commenting option. On the left hand side is the library. It has all the elements like animated characters, properties, backgrounds, stock images, videos, and music tracks that you will need to create your video. On the top is the menu. You can access the dashboard from here, undo and redo the changes that you made to your project, rename your project file, preview your project, share it, and download it. Let's start with adding some colors to the background. This place of the interface is called the item menu. Whenever you select an object like character, text, background, image, video, or any other element that is present in a scene, options to edit that specific element will appear in the item menu over here. Click on the change color option. You can select the color that you like and even add multiple colors to the background by selecting this plus icon over here. You can also change the gradient effects applied to it. So this is how you can apply multiple colors to the background. Let's see how to add text to the scene. First, go to the text section and select a text box. Type in the text that you want. Click on the change color option in the item menu and change the color of the text. Now select the edit text option in the item menu and edit the text the way you want it to be. You can change the font style, size, and spacing between the letters. Below that, you have options to add special effects to the text. On the timeline, you can notice a bar. It represents when and how long the text will appear. For instance, I want this text to appear a little later after the start of the scene. So I'm going to select the left edge of the bar and I'm going to drag it and keep it around the 0.5 second mark. Let's preview the scene to see the changes that we made now. You can find the preview option over the timeline. It will play the scene right from where we have kept the playhead in the timeline. To move the playhead to the start of the scene, select the option named as left on the timeline. Now hit the preview option. This is how you can control when an object should appear in a scene. I find the scene to be long and wish to reduce its duration. You can reduce the duration of a scene using the plus and minus options present at the bottom of the scene timeline. Let's reduce the duration of the scene to 5 seconds by clicking on the minus icon for 5 times. You would have also noticed that the text appeared abruptly, so let's apply an animation effect to it. With the text selected, select the option named as animation from the item menu. Now you can see the list of animation effects that can be applied to the text. Apply the effect that you want. On the timeline, you can see the animation effect in the form of a highlighted part. You can increase or decrease the duration of the animation effect by adjusting the length of this part. Let's preview this animation. In the same way, I am going to add one more line of text to this scene. Instead of going to the text section and adding a text box and editing it from scratch, I can copy the current text by pressing Command C and paste it again by pressing Command V. You can use the Control key instead of Command key if you are using Windows operating system. Now you can simply change the text alone. Doing this will help you save the extra effort spent on adding a new text box and applying animation effects to it. As the next step, I want to add a character to the scene. To add a character, go to the character section on the library and select a character that you like. You can further customize the colors present on the character using the change color option present in the item menu. If you want to use a customized character, open the My Character section on the library and click on the option Create Your Own. The Character Builder tool will open in a new window. Select an option based on the gender and the body type you want and start building the character. You can change the skin color, facial features, attires, and wearables. Using all these options, you can create billions of unique characters. Once you're done, save it using the option at the top. You can find the newly created character under the My Character section of the library. Select the character on the scene and use the Replace option in the item menu and add the custom character to the scene. On the left hand side, you can notice the different actions that can be applied to the character. You can apply any of these actions to your character and can always change it later if you wish. To have a better view, use the Expand option at the top. Now you can either scroll down or use the search option to find the desired action. I want an action in which he looks happy. As a final step for this scene, I want to add a camera effect. Click on the camera timeline option over the timeline. If you further click on the icon in the timeline, you will get two more options, static camera and dynamic camera. Select the dynamic camera option to add a dynamic motion to the scene. Now you can notice a highlighted part in the timeline. As you would have guessed correctly, this is the duration for which the camera effect is going to take place. I want the effect to happen throughout the scene, so let me extend it till the end of the scene's duration. On the workspace, you can see the frame of the camera. Click and drag the frame of the camera and keep it on the part of the workspace that you want to be visible at the end of the scene. Let's have a preview of this scene. We have successfully completed the scene number 1. To add a new scene, go to the scene section and click on the add scene option. We have already seen how to do these steps, so I am going to fast forward this part. As we haven't added a character in this scene, to make it interesting, let's add a special effect. Open the special effects section of the library. Here you can find a lot of different special effects. Let me add this one over here. Let's create the next scene and adjust its duration. For the scene, I want a 2D background that looks like a home. For that, let's open the background section of the library and select a background from the section Home. I want to modify the colors in the scene to match the colors used in the other scenes. You can do that with the change color option present in the item menu. As the next step, I want to add the text. For that, I am copying the text from the previous scene by using the keys Command C and Command V. Now I can simply change the text alone. Right now you can see that the text is not clearly visible. To fix that, we are going to add a shape as a background to the text. Open the Properties section of the library and select a shape. Let me change the size and the color of this shape. Let's not forget to add an animation effect to it. As the next step, let's add the characters to the scene. I want to add two characters, one male and one female. For the male character, I'm going to use the custom character that we created earlier. Right now you can see that the text is hiding the character. I want the character to be in the foreground so that the text won't hide the character. You can do that by selecting the following options. Do a right click on the character and select the option named as position, and further select the option to front. Now the character will be moved to front of all the elements within the scene. You can use these options to move an object to the foreground and background. In cases where multiple objects are appearing together, this option will be helpful for you. Let's select an action for the character. Right now it is facing the opposite direction. To change the direction of any object within the workspace, you can use the option flip in the item menu. Let's add the female character. I'm going to use one of the characters from the library and apply an action to it. As the final step for this scene, let's add the camera effect. Let me create the next scene. The creation of this scene is very similar to that of the previous one, so let me do it faster. Instead of creating the scene from scratch, I'm duplicating the current scene. Let's start with replacing the background and adjusting the colors in it. As the next step, I'm editing the text. And as the last step, I'm changing the character's action. I don't need a female character in this scene, so I'm removing it. Let's have a preview of this scene. So this is how you can duplicate an older scene and create a new scene easily by customizing it. Let's create the next scene. This time I'm creating the scene from scratch. Let me fast forward this process as we have already seen how to do these steps. We have added all the required elements and completed the scene. So let's have a preview of it. I want to highlight that last text. For this we are going to use a property. Let me select this one over here. Let's resize this property, adjust its position on the timeline, change its color, and apply an animation effect to it. So this is how you can use the different properties and add animated designs and make your videos more creative. Let me create the next scene and add the background, characters and text to it. I'm customizing the colors in the background. Following that, I'm adding the characters to the scene. And as the next step, I'm copying the text from the previous scene and pasting here and editing it. And finally, I'm adding a background to the text. Till now we have seen how to add actions to a character. Let's see how to add multiple actions to the same character. Right now you can see two characters on the scene. I want to animate it in such a way that at the start of the scene, the first character should be standing with the medical bill, then the second character should walk into the scene and show a bag full of cash. Seeing that, the first character will get happy and show thumbs up sign. So both of these characters will perform two different actions. Let's start with the character on the right. The first action that we want him to perform is to walk into the scene. Let's select a walking action. I want the character to enter from the right side, so I'm going to use the flip option in the item menu and change its direction. Let's reduce the size of the workspace using the zoom option at the top so that we can easily position the character on the right place. Let's add the second action to the character. Click on the option named Action Plus from the item menu. Now select the plus option present on the left hand side to add the following action to the character. The second action that we want is to be carrying cash. On the timeline, you can notice these actions in the form of thumbs. I want the first action to happen around the 24th second and the second action to appear around the 28th second. Now let's select the first character and add the actions to it. In the first action, we want him to look confused and scared while looking at the medical bill. Now click on the Action Plus option and click on the plus icon and select the second action. I want to add the second action after the 28th second because we know that is when the other character brings the cash into the scene. Let's have a preview. This is how you can add multiple actions to the same character. Let's add the last scene. This scene is very similar to that of the previous scenes, so let me fast forward it. We have added all the required elements and completed the scene, so let's have a preview of it. I think it would be better if we could add a voiceover to the character and make him say the company name and the tagline that appears at the end. To add voiceover to a character, select the lip sync option present on the item menu. You will get 3 more options. The record voiceover option lets you directly record your voice and add the voiceover to it. The text to speech option lets you add voiceover using an inbuilt text to speech software, and the upload option lets you upload pre-recorded audio files as voiceovers. For this video, I'm going to use the text to speech option. Type in the dialogue as text. Now select the gender, language, and voice. You can further customize the speed, pitch, and volume of the audio. You can also add break and breathing sounds between words. If you have subscribed to a premium plan, you will get access to the Auto Enhance option. This option will improvise the audio with a single click. Use the play option to preview the audio and the sync option to add it to the video.
Lifecore.com. We protect your dreams.
Right now, I'm adjusting the position of the audio track in the timeline so that it will appear at the right timing.
Lifecore.com. We protect your dreams.
Let's see how to add transition between the scenes. To add transition, go to the scene section on the right hand side and click on the add transition option present between the scenes. You will get around 100 different transition effects to choose from. Select the one you like. In the same way, you can add a transition effect for all the scenes. Here's the final step in creating your video: adding a music track. Open the music section in the library. Keep the pointer over a track to have a preview of it. Click on a track to add it to the video. If you select and drag the timeline upwards, you can see all the audio tracks added to the video. If you click on the 3 dots in the middle of the track, you will get more options. You can also right-click over the track to access these options. You can reduce the volume of the track, delete it, duplicate it, or edit it further. If you remember, we also added a voiceover track to the video earlier. If we use the music track as it is, we may not be able to hear the voiceover clearly. To adjust the music track, select the Advanced Edit option. Now drag the playhead on the timeline and add key points around the time when the voiceover track starts and ends. Let me zoom into the timeline using the option over here. Now you can reduce the volume of the track by simply dragging these key points. This will let you hear the voiceover clearly. Let's have a look at all the scenes together. For that, select the preview option present on the top menu.
Lifecore.com. We protect your dreams.
To download the video, click on the Publish option at the top, followed by selecting the Download Video option and the Download option. Your video will be rendered in a few minutes and will be available for download. If you wish to know more about a specific feature, You can open the tutorial section from the menu for a detailed video tutorial. Now that you know how to create a video from scratch, what are you waiting for? Get started and create your first video now.